Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Of course.
Should I really come with you?
Of course.
Should I really come with you?
Of course.
Let's go, Faggio. Come on, keep up. Huh?
Of course.
Take a break. Pick up the pace. Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Take a break. How tiresome. Pick up the pace.
Opera's painted.
That's enough. Uncle, aren't you cold? Speaking of
Yeah.
Come on, keep up. How tiresome.
perfect design.
Wait a moment. You look as though you've run into...
The threads of your fate lie in my hands. Ozzy, my dear familiar.
Ozzy? What's gotten into you?
Her Majesty beseeches you to unfurl your blessed wings, and with them blot out the heavens, plunging the world into eternal night.
If you didn't...
Meow.
Oh, it's you. 1 second. Now activating chat mode. You made me jump there. I thought they'd finally caught me. Objectively speaking, the trouble was entirely of my own making. Half an hour ago, I was at Hotel de Boer for a drinks reception. It was to celebrate the successful opening of a show, but it was draining my energy. So, I waited for the right moment, then snuck away so I could switch to standby mode. Probably because I'm playing the lead role. Is that so surprising? I'm always getting invitations to do solo performances. I just usually get Linny to write back and turn them down. But then came the Fontanalia Film Festival. We took all the kids from the House of the Hearth out to see a film, and after it finished, they all started clamoring for me to try out acting for some reason. Anyway, it just so happened that a director called Mary had sent me an invitation right around then. I'll spare you the details, but basically, I ended up accepting it. Yep, you nailed it. I'm playing the role of a puppet. In fact, the show's called The Lost Puppet, and it's a masked mime show. So I don't have to do any facial expressions or say any lines. Literally just a series of physical movements. The director says it's a very avant-garde art form. Art is not comprehended by the mind, but felt in the heart. At least, that's what the director says. Anyway, if nothing else, the opening performance seemed to go down well. At the drinks reception, everyone was crowding around me, saying, "Triumphant character portrayal, faithful adaptation of the original work, unequivocally, quintessentially avant-garde," and stuff like that. But being the center of attention is draining. So the other thing is, some weird things happened while I was on the stage. Oh, sorry, Bonnie. I didn't mean to leave you. No, we just met. We bumped into each other well, it'd be kind of difficult for us to communicate otherwise. Besides, I think she's taken a liking to the name. Haven't you, Bonnie? Yeah, that's right. Good kitty. We'll go find your owner soon, I promise. Nope. She's wearing a collar, and for the most part, she's pretty well groomed. If she is a stray, she hasn't been for long. Her stomach's been growling a lot. I guess she must have been missing for a few days now. As much as I'd love to hang out with her for a while longer, her owner's probably worried sick about her. Assuming she has an owner, that is. But the reception... I should probably show my face there again at some point, even if it's just to make excuses and leave again. Decision time. Well, I just find it exhausting, thinking through all the different ramifications of different choices and so on. That's more Lenny's area than mine. So, unless it's something really important, it's fine. He got Fermine to make me a little something for just this situation. Poof! A phaetometer. It looks pretty over the top, I know, but it's essentially just a box of cards. He kept the design simple, so it'd be harder to break. The way it works is, I pick a card at random, then look at the number on the card. Well, for example, I just have to believe in the bond between me and my cards. Well, for example, if the number on the... what Lenny said. Anyway, I guess I'll give you a demonstration. Huh, I didn't like that. Was I using it wrong? Maybe if I just... Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. I'll have to let Fremine know. Let's see... which 4? Well, the cards fell on the... If you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. So, to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground is how to not leave it to fate, then that means it must be the wrong answer. Or... why don't you pick a card? Since I... Thank you. This one is... Here, take the phaetometer. If it's 5 or above, that means also... If you have your own thoughts about what I should do, feel free to share it. So, we're looking for Bonnie's owner? I think I'll go to the Steambird and see about putting an ad in the paper. You wanna come along?
Every stupendous day starts with a steambird. Oh, hi, Lynette. I don't think so.
Yep. If there's no commission to follow up on, could we post a notice?
Why, of course. What a kind thing to do. Just fill out the form.
Well, we've registered you as missing. You can stay at my place until your owner. Also, I just wanted to say, well, I should probably head back to the. If you've got some time, you should stop by my place tomorrow to see Bonnie. All right.
I believe this cat belongs to me.
I already told you.
Just take a breather, you two. Oh, you're here. As you can probably see, you'll have to take a rain check on that TI.
This is my friend's cat. He's preoccupied with some important business, so I came to retrieve.
No. It's far more likely this cat escaped from the Humane Society. Bonnie?
That's the name I've given her. Well, this complicates things.
I told you before. This is my friend's cat. It's normal for her not to trust me.
Listen, I'm the director of the Humane Society, okay? We've got so many She just looked somewhat familiar. If she turns out to be one of ours, I'll take her back. Simple as that. We're an organization that specializes in rescuing and sheltering stray animals. We've been in business for several decades.
The Humane Society. Huh. The name sounds familiar. I remember hearing good things. You're the one in the Quartier Lyonnais?
Yes, that's the one. Anyway, if it's not too much trouble, could I possibly take a closer... If it turns out I really am mistaken, I suppose that means the cat...
It belongs to my friend.
Go on, Bonnie.
Oh, nope. Looks like I was mistaken. They do look similar, but there's an ever so slight difference. Well, I suppose this means I still have a missing...
Wait a second. You
Lied? I'm afraid I don't.
A liar always has a tell. The look in their eyes, their breathing pattern, the way they hold themselves.
What are you talking about? The way I see.
Normally, when someone is called out, their breathing speeds up as they begin to panic. But your breathing pattern hasn't changed one bit. In fact, if you're a bad guy, I'm sure you'll take off running the first chance you get. If you're a good guy, the most likely explanation is that you're a member of the guards.
And
Intuition. Nothing more.
intuition. You're right. I'm a member of the guards. The name's Elodie. I'm currently investigating a cross-border smuggling case. A couple of days ago, our suspect got wind that I just so happened to stumble upon your notice in the Steambird. So, I decided to see if he'd come back for... The impact of this case has been huge. The Marechaussee Phantom, the guards, a new kind of illegal drug. We confiscated all the synth on the market, but addiction isn't something that goes away overnight. Even without substances, and criminals are all too eager to capitalize on that addiction. That was the impetus for imitation synth. Needless to say, a small-scale market opened up very quickly. After the original synth debacle, we put several measures into place to prevent similar incidents from occurring. The perpetrators got smart, though, and shifted their sales overseas before those measures could kick in. That's when the imitation synth smuggling began. We only recently got word of the presence of imitation synth overseas. We managed to track down evidence of some early transactions. The Marechaussee Phantom launched an investigation to track down every person in Fontaine capable of producing a drug like that. He's a researcher at the Fontaine Research Institute.
A favor.
The Marechaussee Phantom found him in Poisson. In addition to the cat, he also had a pendant with him. At first, there wasn't much cause for suspicion. A search of his house, it was only later that we realized the coat of arms. Obviously, this discovery prompted...
That's not possible, actually.
Exactly. Many years ago, several important members of the family, including the patriarch, were murdered by an assassin of unknown origin. From that point on, the family's power and influence took quite the hit. The family is engaged in all manner of crimes. As you can imagine, there's no shortage of people waiting in the wings to take their revenge. Pierre is one of those very survivors. He's been hiding away in the Fontaine Research Institute all these years. Well, my fellow guard, there could be a chance that Pierre, or one of his accomplices... If I take Bonnie back to the guards with me, there's no way Pierre will try and... I have to admit, I'm not holding... Well, I've got some other leads to follow up on.
It's just... It was at a dinner party. But before anything worse could happen, Father intervened. Yep. Father was the one who orchestrated the fall after all these years. Don't worry about me. He's been acting strange recently. He avoids me for days on end. Thinking about it now, it's almost like the one I drew from that deck of cards it's very possible. I'm sure he tried to send me away because he was afraid it would bring up some painful memories for me. It wasn't necessary, though. Even after all these years, he's still as overprotective as ever. You'll have to help me teach him a lesson if we run into him along. Yep. I want to head to the Fontaine Research Institute to learn more information about Pierre. A little bit of both, perhaps. For the most part, though, I just have the sense that something... Okay, I'll write a letter explaining...
Lynette, you're...
You can drop the act, brother. In fact, I don't think either of us will have a need for acting anytime soon. You should know better than to try and keep something from me.
And that's why I tried to distract you with...
Care to introduce us to your...
This is Officer Shovras, captain of the Special Security...
Nice to see you. I should clarify something. Mr. Linney's here at my invitation, not the other way around. To borrow your expression, we've brought on Mr. Linney as a consultant in the past. He was instrumental in helping us crack a case involving a perpetrator who used
so...
That's exactly why we're here. Whoever was behind it all was extremely cautious. They didn't leave a shred of evidence. This very fact, however, leads me to believe it was indeed the work of that harbinger. I took a look at the entrance and exit records of all the carriages that night. Let's just say it wasn't hard to deduce that there's ill will between you two. Don't worry, I don't have any evidence to that effect, and I certainly don't plan on going to bat for such a... I sought Mr. Linney's help with the smuggling case. Nothing more. The way I look at it, it's a collaboration between us as people, not the Not at all. I was planning to invite you from the very beginning, Miss Lynette. It's just that my assistant here raised some objections.
Linny, I'm not the same... That little girl who did nothing but cower in the corner...
I'm sorry, Lynette. You're...
Oh, and the next time you want...
Who's this? You...
It's a bit...
Well, if there are no objections, then I suppose...
It appears the Lefebvre family was very particular. The family would use different emblems to mark differences in status, blood relation, and the like. In fact, the insignia that was discovered...
It's highly likely.
We discovered something interesting, though. After talking to some of his co-workers, it appears he pretty much works at the Institute in name only. He's practically been cast out.
Apparently, Pierre was once addicted to synth. He tried to use the resources at the Institute to create a substance with a similar effect. He claimed it was just for research purposes, but the Institute revoked his access to the relevant materials regardless. He was placed on disciplinary leave, pending a thorough investigation of his actions. But it seems the Institute ran into some trouble along the way. Could have been a lack of personnel or a timing issue. In any case, they had to table their formal investigation into Pierre. As for his family background, it appears none of his co-workers at the Institute were aware of that information. Other than the pendant, we didn't find anything else of note at his residence in Poisson. Based on the samples of imitation synth we've been able to analyze, it appears the substance leaves behind strong traces wherever it's produced or stored. Those traces might not be obvious to the casual observer, but they're not something our guard poodles would miss. We didn't find any records indicating possible involvement in overseas transactions either. So, the Marechaussee Phantom didn't view him as a major suspect at first.
Well, his neighbors did say he was often gone for long stretches of time. You would think if his reclusive nature was just a matter of keeping a low profile, I guess it would make sense for him to have a secret base to carry out his business.
After he disappeared, the guards conducted a thorough search of Poisson, but they didn't come across any suspicious locations.
Poisson. You know Hotel de Boer, where I first found Bonnie? To get there from Poisson, you have to cross a stretch...
A cat?
Bonnie is Pierre's...
Oh, that's right!
From what we've learned about Pierre's habits, he doesn't seem like the type to venture out without a purpose.
Exactly. Bonnie...
Wait. You think that...
near the coast, the beach, but
Well, I've certainly never taken a witness statement like this before.
Well, if it works out, maybe it's something worth getting used to.
cats and humans are actually pretty alike. When it comes to communication, most of what we want to convey can be accomplished through body language alone. But humans tend to rely too much on speech to ever take advantage of that fact. Of course, body language has its limitations. You're not going to be able to get across anything too complicated.
The important thing is that we now have a lead. Let's try and find a place that matches the clues Bonnie gave us.
Seems like Bonnie is trying to take us somewhere. Gardamex ahead.
Look out!
By royal decree!
Close your eyes. Be silent.
Converge.
Close your eyes. Night falls.
Wow, Lynette, you found this place so easily. If I thought there was any chance you'd say yes, I'd recruit you into the Special Patrol here and now. No questions asked.
Sounds familiar. I pretty much receive letters daily from people trying to poach her from me.
Let's just focus on our search. There's a lot to investigate.
Aha! Just as we thought. This is where the imitation synth was being made. Looks like he's got more than just imitation synths stashed around here. In addition to the raw materials needed to synthesize the substance itself, there's a large quantity of cleaning agents and a few drugs I haven't been able to identify. These cleaning agents are likely used to dispel traces of the substance, like its smell. The Special Patrol did some digging into imitation synth. Our records indicate that it's very difficult for ordinary people to detect traces left behind by the stuff. It must have taken a considerable amount of time and skill to ensure all those traces get washed away. But what are these other drugs for?
The material these bags are made of, it's quite rare. It's the very same, actually. Romaritime flower fiber. But there's something special about the composition of these bags. Even the strings look specially designed to keep the bags closed nice and tight. I came across some bags made of the same material just now, but they were much smaller and thinner. Very similar, actually. Normally, it would be easy for a guard poodle to sniff out the imitation synth, but if it was sealed away in a bag like that, it might be possible to elude detection for some time. But what could these big bags be for then? If the goal is to keep the imitation synth hidden and sealed away, these bags seem a bit too conspicuous.
When the Marechaussee Phantom searched Pierre's house, there was no sign of these barrels, right? You're right. That doesn't seem like his way of doing things. How did he get them here then? Only the lower halves of the barrels appear to have been submerged in water.
Based on the various ingredients we've found, it looks like he used a special cleaning agent to get rid of any residual traces of the substance on his person before he left. That's how he was able to get past the guard poodles.
So then he transferred the imitation synth into small sealed bags and took it somewhere else for the drop-off.
No. I don't believe our suspect is the kind of person who'd go around carrying incriminating evidence with him. That would potentially create too many eyewitnesses. The cleaning agent and the sealed bags might get past the guard poodles, but if a member of the public or even a guard on patrol happened to see him during the drop-off,
The barrels we found were wet around the base, but the top half was dry, as if they'd been standing upright in the water. If you put a barrel in the water, it will normally float on its side, unless it's heavily loaded, in which case it'll sink.
Yes, with flotation rings around the body of the barrels, they'd stay upright in the water, and then he could afford to load them more fully.
you think he used floating barrels? I suppose if he acted at night, when there are very few other boats around and visibility is low, it's a valid theory. We can't rule it out.
But then, wouldn't the barrels be carried off by the waves or the currents? How would the person doing the pickup know where to look?
Traveler, can you come take a dip in the sea with me? I have a feeling that somewhere down there, we might find some rope. If a rope can be used to keep a pet from running away, then why not a barrel? The wreckage of a small boat? This isn't the place. this isn't the place. Got it. Time to go up and report. As expected, we found a few pieces of rope and some anchoring stones underwater. If you attach them to a floating barrel, it would look like this. With this anchoring system, it would be possible to use floating barrels for the drop-off. You would just need to drop them in the water at the agreed-upon location. We also came across the wreckage of a small boat. It must have been left out on the water and capsized due to the force of the wind and waves. Its small size, however, would have made it perfect for staying undetected.
Let's talk this through. Based on the evidence we've collected, it seems like Pierre would row a small boat out to the agreed-upon transfer point, drop off the barrels, leave, and then row back and retrieve them after the transfer was complete.
It could be that he was trying to avoid meeting up with his associate face-to-face. As one of the sole survivors of the Lefebvre family, maybe he was just used to that sort of elusive lifestyle.
It seems like Pierre deliberately chose the floating barrel method so that the goods could be dropped off and picked up at separate times. That way, the two parties wouldn't have to meet each other.
Well, if that's the case, they must not have a very close working relationship.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. Assumptions can be detrimental to solving a case. It's possible they were just trying to keep a low profile. Two boats sailing to the same location at once could be too conspicuous. The most important thing is that we can now confirm Pierre wasn't acting alone. The floating barrel drop-off system is proof enough of that. Let's say for now that he was only in charge of producing the imitation synth. That would mean there has to be at least one other person involved in the operation. Likely.
Since we've determined that the goods were transported by boat, maybe we can track down some travel logs or something.
We can certainly check the various ports for that information. It's possible, however, that Pierre's associate also used a small boat for the transport, and docked along the shore rather than at a large port. If that's the case, it's unlikely there would be any record left behind. Absolutely. Before Pierre disappeared, we made sure to investigate all sorts of outward-bound vessels. We also had port authorities keep a lookout for anything suspicious. Unfortunately, we were never able to find out how they managed to get the imitation synth across the border. You're right. Whatever vessel was used for the pickup, the person responsible for smuggling the substance out of Fontaine would have had to use a larger vessel for the actual transport. That's the only way they would be able to smuggle on a large enough scale to make a profit. They must have found a way to disguise the imitation synth to clear port inspection. Exactly. We can't let any opportunities slip through the cracks. Although, given
I'll run home and ask some of my brothers and sisters to try.
I should also head back and
All right. Come on, Bonnie.
Oh, Lynette, Traveler. And Bonnie, too.
Did something happen?
Oh. I see. Thank you for everything you're doing for the people of Fontaine. I'm in charge of guarding the port. You mentioned you were after some travelogues, right? I can go fetch those for you.
Looks like I've got another hard day of work ahead of me. No, not usually. It's this, but things are much more complicated now. We somehow let suspicious cargo pass through the port undetected. Not even our guard poodles were able to sniff it out. Even worse, we still don't know how the perpetrator was able to conceal the goods so well.
By suspicious cargo, do you mean imitation synth?
Yep. However, prohibited substances are just one example. We confiscate all sorts of contraband during the course of our inspections.
So what happens to the goods you confiscate?
Oh, we keep them in a storage locker. If the goods are only slightly suspicious...
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, you brought...
Actually... Huh. I wonder why Gerard is reacting to you.
Huh? We were so...
Why don't you have a look at the travel...
The Humane Society. Their name is all over...
The director of the organization...
Bernard, the director of the Humane Society. Have you figured it out too, Travel? When Bernard asked to take a closer look at Bonnie, he was actually checking whether there was any The sealed bags we found at the secret... There were gaps around the lids of the barrel. Those drug shovers found at the secret base. Pierre must have...
The sealed bags combined with an animal's body odor would certainly be enough to mask the scent of imitation synth.
During our inspections, we would have never thought to inspect the bellies of those animals for anything suspicious. Even if we tried to feel around for something, I'm sure it would be difficult to detect.
Exactly. I bet Bernard even transported animals with synth in their stomach alongside ones without. She's probably in the clear. Otherwise, Bernard would have never left without her. I'm guessing... Just imagine. He sees the notice we put in the Steambird, and it turns out that one of the very cats he gave to Pierre for the smuggling operation is out in the open. If Pierre had already hidden the next batch of imitation synth, then Bonnie would practically be living proof of their crimes. He would have had no choice but to go after her.
So, that's why he...
Wait a second, I'm a little lost here. I get the part about hiding the substance in the pets, but those... what did you call them again? Floating barrels? Why even put the animals in there in the first place? If you've got something as convenient as a floating barrel, why not just stuff it with the imitation synth directly? Why not?
In order to make sure the animals could swallow the sealed bags, they made them extremely thin. Had they not done that, the animals would have likely bitten or chewed through them. That step would have required a lot of energy, as well as a certain amount of technical expertise. So it was better left to the more experienced Pierre. We've already proven how easy it is to pick up trace amounts of imitation synth, so I'm sure Bernard was taking all the precautions he could to avoid the same fate.
Okay. Then, let's head to the Humane Society right away and bring that guy to justice. I'll bring a Gardamek to speed up the process. The headquarters of the Humane Society should...
Here are the people from...
After him! We can't let him get away! Give it up, Bernard.
Mercy. Have mercy.
The Humane Society has done so much good over the years, and yet you have committed...
Look, I didn't have a choice, okay? My father cared about those blasted animals so much, he didn't bother to take care of his human wife and son at all. Well, those animals.
No one asked. Tell me, how did you first get to know Pierre?
Well, after I took over the Humane Society, it gradually became harder and harder to maintain its operations. Until one day, someone suddenly passed me a letter. It said that I could stand to get a large sum of money as long as I helped them to transport some animals abroad. It was only after a few such transports that I find. But then, Pierre wrote to me, saying that we were already partners in crime and that I better keep cooperating with him if I didn't want to be reported to the guard. I would order wooden barrels and flotation devices according to his instructions, and then load the sleeping animals onto a boat. Once I sailed to the location he provided, I would dump everything together into the sea. And a few days after that, I'd come by again in my boat and pick up the animals sleeping in the barrels. Once I had received enough of them, I'd bring them to the harbor to be adopted abroad. That guy, Pierre, he was running the entire show. He set up all the meeting times and found all the foreign adopters. Oh, and he even supplied all of the goods, too. I just did. Look, I don't know, okay? I've never ever met him in person. We've only ever communicated through letters.
And when did he send his final letter to you?
Just last night, he said that the Marechaussee Phantom is now after him, so he's
It's been a few days since Pierre's last appearance.
I burned them. It was on his orders. I had to burn every letter after reading them. I wasn't even allowed to share them with the rest of the society employees.
Sure sounds like you're trying to use the lack of witnesses or evidence to pin the blame on Pierre.
No, I swear, this time I'm only telling you the truth.
Well, we can check the truth of your statements at the Opera House. I hope you know what'll be coming for you if I were to find any discrepancy between the evidence and the testimony you just gave.
I know. I swear I was just telling the truth.
My thanks to you both. Had it not been for you...
Bonnie helped, too.
That's true. It was all thanks to her that Bernard was finally exposed. And it looks like she's grown quite fond of you two as well.
It was that obvious. We investigated so quickly that perhaps... Is there still anything unresolved or strange that we should try to consider? The Marechaussee Phantom... Why would he leave such an obvious trail for us to follow when he took so much care to not leave any traces of imitation synth in his home? Well, we've discovered that Bernard is responsible for the trafficking, while Pierre deals with supplying the goods. Is there something else in this scheme that we're missing? There's no need to rush. Bernard claims to have received. There's no need to rush. Perhaps.
Now behave. And
Ow! That hurt. Ow!
Is everything really over? I still feel like... Also, I've had this strange sense that something's off. No good. I've still got nothing, and I'm nearly out of energy. All right, I'll stop thinking about it for now. Let's go to the Humane Society and see if before my energy for today completely runs out.
Solidify!
Flame.
Order guide you!
Odd, reveal thyself!
Observe.
Be silent. To dust. To dust. Gather!
A moonlit night for all.
Close your eyes.
Let me help you out. Take a break. Time for more. Pick up the pace. Come on, keep up. Take a break.
There's always a future.
How tiresome. Come on, keep up.
Stabilize!
Gotta keep my spirits up.
How tiresome. Pick up the pace.
Who goes there? Got it! Observe her. Curse you! Just you?
Take a break. All that work for this. It's about time we threw another tea party, don't you think? I wonder who else is free. So, what's inside? Not that I care. Huh? All that work for this. Come on, keep up. Take a break? Yeah. Pick up the pace. How tiresome. Take a break.
Stabilize! This is order!
Be silent.
Observe. Not to be sniffed at.
How tiresome.
Who goes there? Someone!
3 moons converge. Wait.
Be silent.
Observe.
Do you fear the dark? You!
Be silent.
Close your eyes.
Just you! Wait! Gather!
Surge.
Be silent.
Observe.
Just you! Wait! Who goes there? Stabilize!
Night falls.
Gather! Show me what you've got.
Wait.
Close your eyes.
Just you?
Goodness, how the world has changed. Might I ask, when did the custom of placing treasure chests in every nook and cranny come into fashion?
Stabilize!
A moon
Ready to
night
taste
for
my
all.
fist?
Be silent.
Close your eyes.
Wait.
Take a break.
Should be worth holding on to.
Who goes there? Get lost.
Now these will come in handy. Gotta recharge.
Get lost.
Pretty good haul.
Yes, you taste my... Wait. Freeze. Yes, you. Yes, you. Wait. Wait.
Time to catch my breath. Pretty good haul. Pretty good haul. Back in business.
Looking for trouble?
Gotta recharge. Time to catch my breath. Gotta recharge.
Barely worth my time!
Incoming!
Should be worth holding on to. Need a refill. Time to catch my breath.
Barely worth my time! Incoming! Barely worth my time!
Time to catch my breath. Reload.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Come on, keep up!
Gather!
We should look for a place to take shelter. I'll be fine, but we don't want you catching a cold.
Take a break. Come on, keep up. Another chance to learn from...
Solidify!
Let her rip!
A pleasure to fight by your...
Take a break. How tiresome. Yeah. Come on, keep up.
Exactly. That's right.
But, Drillmaster...
How are you lot this bad at flying?
How tiresome. Pick up the pace. Come on, keep up. Awosha! Good to see you again! We got this interesting looking crystal from the Fae Gang. Take a look! Is this what we're looking for?
Great work, you guys. Give me a second to inspect it. One moment. Let me try this out.
Oh, here we go! It's fixed! Oh, this heater is amazing!
Thanks to you two, this step of the renovations is finally complete. Please accept this in return.
So, is there anything else you need help with?
I said I was gonna pick out a few cute puppies to act as guard dogs here, but I can handle that. No need to bother you with it. Once all the repair work is complete, this station should make a great little gathering spot. So be sure to drop by if you have the time.
We sure will! How tiresome. Take a break. Welcome to the adventure. How tiresome. I like music. In fact, I've taught myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano, and I'll show you a thing or two. Keep up. Time for more snow, damselettes. Take a break. Pick up the pace. Come on, keep up. Take a break.
Stabilize!
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Solidify!
Pick up the pace. Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Come on, keep up. Huh? So, what's inside? Not that I care. How tiresome. Come on, keep up. So, what's inside? Not that I... How tiresome. Take a break. How tiresome. Take a break. How tiresome. Pick up the pace. Certainly went out of your way for... This, didn't you? It's all yours. Called back to the Zeppeljärni Palace again? Ugh, seriously. What's the point in all these endless meetings? Pick up the pace. Take a break. Cha. How tiresome.
Hey, tough guy.
Stabilize! I will have order!
Surge.
Observe.
Be silent.
Take a break. Pick up the pace. Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Let's get started! Is it time for a magic show?
Keep up. Take a break. Surprise!
Piece of cake.
Step on up! Faster! Stronger! Stay out of my way! Surprise! Quick as a flash! Controlled breathing! Come on, keep up! Pick up the pace. How tiresome. Certainly went out of your way for this, didn't you? It's all... yours. Come on, keep up. Pick up the pace.
Will we be gone long.
Allow me to guide.
Solidify!
Wait.
Observe. Close your eyes. To dust.
Oh, goodness me!
How tiresome.